So hello, it is Wednesday morning, it is 9 o'clock. I have heard nothing worth discussing with you over the last 2 days. Monday was an absolute shit show. I'm going to be honest, it was not a good day. It was a very bad day. Every plan that I had, no. Got a lot done, just nothing that I actually needed and wanted to do. Yesterday, went to work in the morning, and I went to work in the evening. I went along with the crew to a cycling event last night, and then we had dinner after, and then we realised that we had a lot of work to do when we got home. So I got into bed about 12:30 this morning. But I am at the computer, I'm working, I have my little friend with me today. Good morning, little lady. She's been with me about 15 minutes and she's already so tired. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to crack on today. It's going to be another weird day. I'm going to work from home. Obviously, we're going to go for a walk later. Got dinner with the fam tonight. And then, I don't know. I've not done much reading this week. I listened to an audiobook yesterday. I listened to the Nowhere Emporium, which was really, really good. I can't remember any of the characters' names now to tell you about it. Allow me to log on to Goodreads. It was a slow burn, but actually it turned out really, really good. And yeah, it was a middle grade. It was magical, mystical. Goodreads, if you could load today, that would be very helpful. Yeah, I was about 3 or 4 chapters in. I thought, oh, this is not going to be for me. It's not going to be for me. And then the action started, and I can actually see this being made into a film. It was really, really good. So yes, so it was about when the mysterious Nowhere Emporium arrives in Glasgow, orphan Daniel Holmes stumbles upon it quite by accident. Before long, the shop from nowhere and its owner, Mr. Silver, draw Daniel into a breathtaking world of magic and enchantment. Recruited as Mr. Silver's apprentice, Daniel learns the secrets of the Emporium's vast labyrinth of passageways and rooms that contain wonders beyond anything Daniel has ever imagined. But when Mr. Silver disappears, the shadow from the past threatens everything. The Emporium and all its wonders begin to crumble. Can Daniel save his new home, his new friends, before the Nowhere Emporium is destroyed forever? It was brilliant. It was really, really good. Yeah, so if you're looking for a magical middle grade, maybe consider that one. However, today, what to read, what to do. Obviously, I'm like audiobook bound when I'm working from home. So, I have saved into Scribd different, not sponsored, different lists to fit in with the next few sort of reading challenges that I've set myself. So I've sort of got like one that's called Not on BookTube, which is what I'm working through this month. So my audiobook options for today are The Good Bear, which I'm assuming is a middle grade. Right, there was a naughty book I read. So basically, I've got part 2 of it. There's The Kinky Secrets of Alice in Wonderland, right? And what I have next is The Kinky Secrets of Alice Through the Looking Glass. Obviously, it is an erotica, but it is so strange hearing the characters in a beloved, like, children's story doing things that they're doing. So anyway, that's adults only one, okay? But just, if you just want to listen to something and just go, what on earth was that? That's your one, okay? That is your one. I have also got, have I got anything else? Botanical Folk Tales of Britain and Ireland. I've got a middle grade called Ghost Squad that I haven't heard of. The Memory Collectors. I don't know anything about that. It must have appealed to me as something. Is that it? There's a couple of bookish ones. The Overdue Life of Amy Byler and The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. I've not heard of those before. Is that it? That's it. So, probably going to chuck on 1 or 2 of those today. I could listen to maybe 1 or 2 middle grades. And hopefully I'll be able to pick up a physical book at some point over the next couple of days. Things will start to settle down, but work has been very manic, I'm afraid. But anyway, I've waffled for 4 minutes, so I'll catch up with you later.
Dollhouse. I remember when the moon daisies were nearly as tall as me, when we picked field mushrooms from the fairy rings and...
I'm having a work break. She fell asleep after the walk and she's still out for the count. I've just finished listening to Botanical Folk Tales of Britain and Ireland, I think it was. And yeah, it was a 3-star. It didn't particularly wow me. I think maybe with the folk tales, I probably prefer them maybe in a physical format, like with some pictures. And I don't know, a lot of the stories were kind of depressing. So yeah, but anyway, I finished it. It's fine. It's all good. I just don't know if I want a bit of a BookTube break or if I want to stick another audiobook on. I'm on the boring sort of monotonous part of my work stuff now, so I could do with something to kind of wake me up a little bit anyway. What you doing? Do you mind? Do you mind? You don't mind? No. So it's 7 o'clock, I'm just running a bath and then I'm going to go down and chill for the evening. I'm now at that stage, I dyed my hair again over the weekend, so I can't really go to bed with wet hair because you've probably seen I've got white bedding on. And that's not going to be a good look. So I need to make sure my hair's dry before I come up to bed. And I like it to dry naturally. It's my own personal preference, but anyway, that's why we're having a bath and hair wash now. Hopefully going to get some reading done this evening. I'm not too sure what. Dean is at work and I don't think he's going to finish before 11:30, so he'll be home about 12:30, 1 in the morning, I would have thought. I would like to think I'll be in bed by then. But yeah, I like to just sort of chill, maybe watch a bit of BookTube. I see Desperately Seeking Charlotte has just put a video up this evening. I'll link her channel below. She is such a sweetheart. She's a genuinely lovely person and booktuber, so do consider checking her out if you haven't already. So I might catch up on a couple of vlogs and then get some reading done, so I'll let you know. Oh, don't I look rough? Or rougher than usual. Hello. So it's ready? What is it? It's Thursday afternoon. It seriously has been the longest week and we're on day 4. So this promises to get better, doesn't it? It's 2 o'clock. I've just got home. My intention is to cook and eat a healthy meal now because I know what I'm like, and then go to the gym for about 4:30, 5ish, and then I'm going to decide what to do then. I probably will just come home and just chill, but when I say chill, probably work. I didn't read yesterday. I'm sorry I didn't come back to you. I was just so tired that I just watched BookTube and I had an early-ish night. I think I went up at about 9, half 9, and I think I fell asleep pretty quick. So, sorry, nothing overly exciting there on the reading front, and I haven't done any reading yet today either. So, I'm cooking dinner. I'm going to deal with some emails whilst I'm doing that, and hopefully I will have a reading update for you later because I really would like to get back into some of the books that I'm reading, so I will catch up with you later. Is that right with you? So I am back from the gym, had another great session. I am still really loving it and let's hope that continues. But on the way home, I did go down and rejoin my library. So it's been that long there was no tracing me on the system, so we had to reset me up again. But anyway, I've rejoined and I thought, oh, I'll have a little look and see if there's anything that I can add to this challenge of reading books that aren't on BookTube. Because it's not like I've got a massive pile of books in the other room, is it? And it was... I love my town, but the library was so disappointing. But I did get 2 little Stephen Kings that I haven't heard of. So I got Elevation, which is a dinky little sausage. In the small town of Castle Rock, word gets around quickly. That's why Scott Carey only confides in his friend Dr. Bob Ellis about his strange condition. Every day he's losing weight, but without looking any different. Meanwhile, a new couple, Deirdre and Missy, owners of a fine dining experience in town, have moved in next door. Scott is not happy that their dogs keep fouling on his lawn. But as the town prepares for its annual Thanksgiving 12K run, Scott starts to understand and prejudice his neighbour's face. Soon they forge a friendship which may just help him through his mysterious affliction. And then this one is Stephen King and Richard Chismar, Gwendy's Button Box. Oh crikey, this is long. The small town has witnessed some strange events and unusual visitors over the years. There is one story that has never been told until now. There are 3 ways up to Castle View from the town of Castle Rock: Route 117, Pleasant Road and the Suicide Stairs. Every day in the summer of 1974, 12-year-old Gwendy Peterson takes the stairs, which are held by strong, if time-rusted, iron bolts and zigzag up the cliffside. One day, she catches her breath and listens to the shouts of kids on the playground and the chink of aluminium bat hitting a baseball. A stranger calls out to her. On a bench in the shade sits a man in a small, neat black hat. He offers her a mahogany box with coloured buttons. The buttons will produce gifts such as chocolate, which can make you slimmer. But he warns her the gifts will be a small recompense for the responsibility. So that sounds interesting. And I said that I wanted to read more King this year, and I haven't picked one up yet. So a couple of little thin ones for this challenge could be what I'm looking for. Apologies, I haven't long been home, and Duke is still in that stage where I need to see every single toy because he's very excited that I'm home, which is adorable. And anyway, the other books that I got, actually, they were dropped around last night. I got them on FaceBay, and they were 2 manga. And this is volumes 1 to 3 and then 4 to 6 in Bleach. And I remember I did buy one manga last year, and it was in French, and I hadn't realised, so I hadn't gone back to it since. So when I saw these, they were pretty inexpensive. I thought, well, let's give it a go. So I'm not going to go into them now, but I might pick them up over the next 2 weeks because I've still got 2 weeks left of my challenge, or 2.5 weeks. So that could be something quite interesting to go into. So anyway, I'm home, I'm nested, I'm going to play with Duke for about half an hour or so while he's still in puppy mode, and then I'm going to get reading. We are 1 book down this evening. I have just finished The Shortcut by Daniel Henriksen, which is a little novella which I got as a free ARC from Book Sirens. It's the first time I've ever received an ARC from them. Downloaded really nicely. It was absolutely fine. It was classed as a horror, YA to adult, but the cover looked really spooky. Let me show you the cover. See? Looks spooky. And I fancy me a bit of spooky. So anyway, I downloaded it, read it. It's about 4 kids that take a shortcut, hence it being called The Shortcut, through a cemetery. And they're telling each other spooky stories, and there's a bit of a, is what they're saying true, like coming true, or is it in their imagination type thing? It's a short book. For me, unfortunately, it didn't do it. No, it was a 2-star for me. I just didn't find it spooky enough. I think I went in with very high expectations for this, and probably unfairly so. But it looked spooky, it sounded spooky, and I'm like, woohoo! And it just wasn't. But it would really suit somebody that maybe would like to start getting into spooky books, or maybe gets quite scared easily but would like to read a spooky book. So I wasn't going to mention it because I don't like talking about books that maybe I don't really like. You know, I'm sort of like, if you've nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But just because it didn't do it for me doesn't mean that it won't do it for someone else. So I will link the Goodreads link below. It doesn't really tell you anything about the book, unfortunately, but it's a starting point, okay? So what to read next? So I finally finished Peggy and Me by Miranda Hart. It was fine. It wasn't wow, but it was fine. But I love Miranda, and look how gorgeous Peggy is. So yeah, it's just taken me way too long to finish that. I wish I'd finished that like a month or 2 ago. But anyway, I finished it now. I'm going to chill a bit now. And if I do any more reading, I'll catch up with you later. If not, I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it's Friday morning. And I am going to, over the next couple of days, to see how many of the books that I've got on the go I can actually finish as part of this challenge. So I am a third of the way through A Life on Our Planet by David Attenborough, which I've had on the go now for ages, about a month or 2. and then realised I could actually include in this challenge. So I said I'm a third of the way through. I would like to continue with that book. I am also working through Channel Blue, but I'm not very far into that. But I'm enjoying it, so I would like to make a big dent in that this weekend, if possible. And I would like to finish The Opposite of Loneliness. I have not got that much more to go in that, and I'm actually really enjoying the essays and stories, so I'd like to think I could finish that. So I will catch up with you at some point over the next couple of days, let you know how I've got on with those. Yeah, it's been a good reading week, eventually. It is Saturday afternoon. I am about to chill. I have been at work all morning, and I'm now going to chill and do some reading and watch some BookTube and some films and relax. So I had a DVD tower here. All our DVDs were down here, and our DVD player is upstairs, and I've just moved it upstairs, and now I've got a little table for snacks. This lights up. It's going to be quite nice. Anyway, reading. I finished The Opposite of Loneliness last night. I left it a 3-star. It didn't wow me, but it was alright. I'm persevering with Channel Blue, and that I'm finding really mixed. I mind either having a chapter that I'm finding really funny, or it's just a bit boring for a chapter or two, but I'm persevering. So anyway, I will try and catch up with you next week. I would admit we have got little man staying with us during half term, and I don't tend to vlog much when he's here. So I will vlog and chat to you as much as I can. I hope you've had a great week. I hope you have an awesome week next week. And as seems to be a thing now, if you make it to the end of the video, leave me a random emoji and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.